Hey everybody. So I just wanted to show you, hope you had a great spring break. I just wanted to show you the plan here. So I changed some things. Here I go to my freshman success drive. I know there's still a billion folders. I didn't quite get to that, but I'm gonna fix it. So one of the reasons I changed some things with our fourth quarter is you all are just amazing teachers. And the more I thought about it, and I went to a leadership conference a few weeks ago, I feel like I am undercutting our program by not allowing you to give part of yourself to these ninth graders. And I know you're doing it in your classroom, but by just giving you the slideshow and saying like, okay, here's all of the planning we're going to do, I feel like it's really hindered your expertise and you giving that to like my students or each other students. So I'm going to show you what the plan is here. So I just went into freshman success fourth quarter, sprint run one. That's where we're going to be, and you'll see that things look a little different. There's these three right here, and these three are going to be here for each of the sprints from now on. So here we have sprint one, term four, and I'm trying to see. This isn't a totally fixed one. I'll fix it in just a second, but you'll see here here's what am I assessing, and it's the standard, the actual standard that we're assessing. Then you have when, how long. Here you have how, and we know what students are doing. So for this assessment, sorry, you're gonna hear my dog eating dinner, which is fine. Um, for this assessment, for the standard, which is right here, I'm gonna have students, or my idea was to have students make a board game. So that's what we're assessing, how we're gonna assess it. This is what happens if they don't get it. So if they get a 1, how are you going to remediate that in the classroom with our classroom time? And here's what happens if they need an extension. They're going way too fast. So you'll see this from now on each of these. What we're assessing, how we're going to assess it, what happens if they don't get it, what happens if they do get it. Then I've included an assessment rubric. So this is just a rubric that is assessing, that is built off of this stuff up here for the board game. And then down here, and once again, I need to fix day one, but you'll see my plan for every day. Day one, day two, day three, day four, day five. The purpose of this is if you want to just run with this stuff right here, then you absolutely should. If you just want to say, okay, here's my standard, everyone's going to be making a board game, that's it. That's all I need from Tommy or from this team. I don't really need a whole slideshow start to finish. And then you have the rubric right here too. Sorry, we just got an Amber Alert on my phone. Riverton Police Department. Then there's a rubric right here, and that should help you. Now, if you want to take it one step further and you want to see what I am going to be doing each day, well, then that's here. Okay. The highlighted things, by the way, if you want to grade certain items, those I gave you some suggestions in highlighted ways. So this is kind of like a first entry level is at the top, then a little bit deeper at the bottom. Now, every one of these, Freshman Success, Term 4, Sprint 1, is going to have a slideshow that I'm calling the breakdown. In the breakdown, by the way, the thumbnails of me are amazing. But in the breakdown, I explain exactly what we're doing this sprint. I also explain an OTR that I'm going to use for every individual sprint. The OTR idea is I want to try and, become a better educator myself. And so it's just an OTR that I'm going to try and focus on for this quarter. Finally, this is the big new piece. Team breakdown. So I put our names on here, and I kind of assigned us things for this first one since we haven't had a chance to meet. But no one has anything assigned to them before day 3, so not for most of this week. But for example, on day 3, I say scaffold day 3 engage. There are a lot of options here. The main objective is to get them talking about being a self-advocate. So that's what I have Michelle. That's the thing I've asked Michelle to do. And normally we can do this together. We just haven't been together. So if I'm Michelle, I just go right here. I go to day 3. I go to engage. And this is what I'm asking Michelle to do. Mary Stratford, day 4 engaged. So Mary goes to this page. She goes to day 4. Wow, my English is bad. Oh, right here. And this is what I'm asking Mary to do. Anna, this is what I'm asking Anna to do. And then Philip, he's on a different standard. But so that's the piece you'll add to a slideshow. And finally, this is something I want to start doing too. There's points for each sprint, so out of 4. So if I thought at the end of this sprint it went really well, I'd give it a 4. If I thought it didn't go very well, I'd give it a 3. If I thought it was really terrible, I'd give it a 1. I put a comment or two, and then this will all stay here on this page. So just in the standard, good teaching practice way, I'm going to go over that all one more time, and then I'll explain the next thing. So in the drive, there's freshman success, term 4, sprint 1. And in these sprints now, we're going to have these 3 things at the start of each sprint. There's the sprint overview. That's right here. What you are asking them to know, how you're going to tell if they know it, what we're going to do if they don't know it, what we're going to do if they really know it, and then a rubric for how we're going to tell if they know it. And that could be as far as you get. You could stop right there. One step further is going through each of the days. Through each of the days and following along with us here. Every sprint will have a slideshow where I verbally describe what we're doing. Geez, those thumbnails are wild. And then I verbally describe an OTR that I'm going to use. And finally, there's this team breakdown form where I ask each of you to take a piece of the pie to put your expertise. I'm going to start thinking about, really maybe where you really have a lot of skill, and you can in the future absolutely tell me where you think that's a good spot for it. Points for the sprint, and then comments on the sprint. Okay. Then we go into each day. So here are the days, just like normal. One thing I have changed is you'll see in parentheses, I explain what we're doing that day, which is a little different. So here it just says general. This is a general slideshow. So you're going to make a copy of this. This is not exactly what I will be teaching. It's more of just it's very structured. So if you don't really want to put too much of yourself in these things and you like the way I've been doing it, you can just use this slideshow. The one difference is these red boxes. You can't really see it there. You can kind of see it right here on my screen right here. You can see where my circle is on the left. This red box right here, it says teacher note. And each of these teacher note is a space for teacher note, for you to put yourself in there, to change something, alter something, add something you might need. Now it's not here yet, but right here it'll say Tommy's version. And that's the lowest. That's the not lowest. That's the most. That's exactly what I'll be teaching. So if you want to just do that and you don't want to do anything else, you can do that. One step up would be the general version, where you're adding and taking things away that you can put your little self up into it. One step up from that is you just taking the daily breakdown and figuring out yourself, no slideshow. And one step up from that is just taking our standards. So one more time, this second part, my drive, freshman success, term 4, sprint 1. Here's that stuff we talked about each day, day 1, and then here's general. Just a general slideshow template that you can make copy and paste of yourself. And mine will be right here by the end of tonight. So thank you guys so much. You are all superheroes. Oh, I can move myself around. Woo. I hope this will help us this quarter. And if it not, then we'll try something new next quarter. Thank you.